What's going on, Approval 21 family? This is Dorian Bell, and I'm excited to talk to you today about Airbnbs. It's so funny. I talk to a lot of people who say, hey, they come to our company and they're looking for all different type of things, whether it's to start a tour business or maybe even a trucking business. And then some folks say, well, we want to start an Airbnb business, but it's amazing how extremely profitable industry like Airbnb is. There's just a lot of information out there, a lot of good information, disinformation, just a lot of information that's out there to kind of lead you in a couple of different directions. So the first thing is important when you talk about Airbnbs is there's so many different types of entries that you can do when it comes to Airbnb. So many different types of approaches have you that you can actually take. Some folks, they have all these questions for us and questions for me, and they say, well, Dorian, do I have to own the property? What about getting permission from the landlord if I rent the property? Or what if I don't have good credit? Or what if my credit is bad? Can I still get into the business Airbnb? And then how much does it cost to even start an Airbnb business? Where do I get my furniture from? What about the cleaning? How much do I charge for a cleaning fee? I mean, there's just so many questions out there. But really, the Airbnb business, it's really a very, very, very simple business if done properly. If processes are implemented in your strategy to start and own an Airbnb business, then things could go really smooth and you can scale as fast and quickly as you would like to scale. So what I decided to do was say, okay, well, we've had some success in helping folks start Airbnbs. I've had some success with starting and operating my own Airbnbs. How about we put together a guide that's going to have and show folks, give them a step-by-step kind of a system and a process that's going to allow them to grow and scale. Everything from a checklist to what kind of insurance should you carry? Do you have to own the property? And if you don't own the property, how could you use that particular property as an Airbnb? And what are your options if you don't have good credit? And I put all that stuff in the guide. Now you don't have to have great credit. You just have to have a credit strategy, is what I like to call it. As far as the cost, it just kind of depends on where you want to go. I'm going to tell you that yes, it's going to cost. It's going to be some upfront cost that's going to be involved. But the old saying is that it takes money to make money. So nothing is done. Nothing is worth doing without putting skin in the game or putting that monetary investment in it. But you could expect those returns again if done properly and if done right. Now you don't have to go out and spend thousands and thousands of dollars to start an Airbnb. I mean, you certainly can do things on a budget and even a shoestring budget. And I put all that stuff in this guide as well. So just kind of depend on what direction you want to go in. I always say that, the higher quality that you put in something, the better quality that you're gonna get in return. I'm just thinking about all the times that I try to do things for the cheap and then how much more money it actually costs me when I actually try to go in the direction of cheap. So sometimes going cheap is not always the way that you should go. I would never buy cheap milk or cheap or cheap cheese. Just some stuff you got to spend a little bit of money on. So I don't want to go too far off or where I'm headed, but again, in this guide we wanted to kind of give you everything that you needed, and even if you're not necessarily a beginner, but you had questions about where to buy furniture and how to get the furniture less expensive, again, not cheap, but where to get it from. We put over 150 links in this guide that's going to send you exactly where you need to go to get these items for your Airbnb property. So we talk about scaling in this, and kind of giving you a system to scale, where you can go from your first Airbnb, to your 40th and your 50th Airbnb, all within 12 months. I mean, you can make anywhere from $1,500 to $3,000 per Airbnb, so you can essentially make yourself a millionaire, in a year. So it's a really, 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 really good business. There's some insurance things that you need to learn about. There's a lot of different things to watch out for. You have to watch out for squatters, and we talk about these things and how to avoid that, and kind of your screening processes, and what are some of the things that you can avoid, that's going to allow you to grow. So I'm excited to bring this to you again. I'm going to dive deep into a lot of things when you get this guide. You can download it. There's going to be a lot of cool things in there. So do me a favor, like and subscribe, so you can certainly hear more about the details of everything that's coming out. So you can just be kind of in front of it. So again, I'm excited that you can use Approval 21, and I can help you guys go on this journey to create financial freedom. Peace.